Hallo Klickenabendler, wir sind auf der Spiel in Essen 2023 bei Broadway Toys und hier haben wir ein Spiel Infiltraitors and the game is already sold out. Es ist ausverkauft, but there's a demo copy left so we can film it for you so you see how the game works, and if you are lucky or here the next year you can buy it there as well, I guess.
Yes. So Infiltrators is a game of deduction. We are all spies in the headquarters, and there are some infiltrators that we want to figure out. It's not a secret identity game, so we are all on the same team working together. The infiltrators are actually cards, and you can see they all have one color and one number. They are all unique, so we have here 5 different colors and numbers that go from 2 to 15. So of course there's only 1, 6 yellow, and so forth. The idea of the game is that depending on the mission, and there is 20 different missions we can play, they are gonna tell us the number of infiltrators we want to find out, but also the number of bullets, they are our guesses, so the number of bullets we have to do so. Of course, here in this case 4 bullets for 3 infiltrators. If I make one wrong guess, I cannot make another one, because if the bullets run out, it's game over. Okay? Those infiltrators will be secret, so we won't know who they are. And we are gonna use the decks, to the rest of the cards in our hands, to try to connect them to each other. So the idea is that someone is gonna see this card, and only them are able to see it. I'm gonna use the 5 cards I start with, and I'm gonna try to connect it by color or number. So if I ask them if this is connected and it is the same color, they are gonna leave it standing. If I'm gonna ask them here if this card is connected, of course it's not, because it's green. But the trick is, if I have one card that is from a different color, but they are a factor of the infiltrator card, they still count as a clue. So here you can divide 8 by 4. So there's a little helper here, but because I can divide 8 by 4, they are also a positive clue.
But you don't know if here the color matches or the number, and here you don't know.
All right. I never tell if it's color or number. So the idea is that each one of us is from, you can play as 2 players. So the idea is that we all, each of us would have 1 card. Of course, there's the 3rd one that we have to find out. And using our deck, we are gonna give clues to each other. There are 5 actions that I can take. The first one is taking the suspect from the table and looking at it. So that will give the action to you. Other action is to give a clue. It means that I get a card from my hand and I put as a clue. Information exchange, other possibility, is the same thing, with the difference that I'm gonna give the card to you, and you're gonna tell me
something
if it's connected or not. So you're gonna leave standing if it's connected to your card,
or that way
if it's not. The difference is that if I do that, I can buy a clue for myself, so I have more cards in my hand. The 4th option is to buy your time. That means that I'm gonna discard the top of the deck and buy 3 new cards. The problem is that if the deck is our timer, so if it runs out, it's game over. So we have to think if we really want to buy cards all the time. And the last is the eliminate a suspect or a traitor. Means I'm gonna get a bullet and my gun, and I'm gonna take my guess. If I guess it right, we are gonna put it under the deck, just so we know that how many we got correctly. And we lose the bullet. If I guess it wrong, we just lose the bullet. And those are all your chances. There are some extra rules depending on the mission that you use to play that can give you some more difficulties. And they also say how many colors you're gonna play with and how many numbers you're gonna play with.
And it's a game for how many players?
You can play from 2 to 5 players.
And it's sold out here at the fair. How many did you brought here?
I'm not sure how many did we brought, but it got sold out in the 2nd day.
On the second day?
Yes, it was a huge success. People really enjoy it. And of course you can use your marker. Those are writable. So you can use just to, if you want to make sure that your organizing your thoughts correctly, and then you can just erase them. And they all come, even the marker, they all come in the packet.
So one marker for the game?
One marker for the game.
All right. So that is Infiltrators.
Yes.
Thanks for the explanation.
No problem.